Over the years, Disney has made a lot of changes to Walt Disney World. Some of them have been extremely exciting, like the opening of Pandora, World of Avatar, and Toy Story Land at Hollywood Studios. But for all of these changes, there are always going to be some that make our Disney community say, I don't know how I feel about that one, maybe we should backtrack a little bit. And in today's video, I'm going to go over those decisions that have been made by Disney over the years that have been much more difficult for us. Before I jump into this video, I do want to say that everyone has a different opinion and is entitled to that different opinion. Some decisions are very easy for some and difficult for others, and vice versa. In this video, I'm going to go over some of the most difficult decisions that Disney has made in my opinion, but if you have a different opinion, don't be afraid to let us know in the comments below. All opinions are respected on this channel. I also want to note that change is a part of life and a part of Walt Disney World. Walt himself said, we keep moving forward, opening new doors and doing new things because we're curious, and curiosity keeps leading us down new paths. But that doesn't mean we can't look back fondly at some of those changes in the past. First and foremost, one I've got to talk about, the Osborne family spectacle of dancing lights. I personally believe that this change was one of the most difficult ones that we have experienced in recent history as a Disney community. Yes, Disney has added new holiday experiences all around Walt Disney World and at Hollywood Studios, but it's just not the same. Somehow there is just a little bit of extra magic when you're surrounded by all of these twinkling lights tuned perfectly to holiday music. It is extra magical. I've been thinking of that show every holiday season since it ended in January of 2016. I understand why Disney had to take it away. The streets of America had to go away to make room for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. That does make sense to me, but I don't think I'm alone when I say that I really wish that Disney had found a way to keep it, maybe move it to another park, or even to Disney Springs so we could still experience that special holiday tradition. I truly hope that in the future Disney finds another way to bring the holidays to us by surrounding us by lights once again. We'll have to wait and see what the future brings. Another difficult change that we've had to experience in recent years was the update to two major Epcot attractions, and that's the conversion of Maelstrom to Frozen Ever After and the update to Soarin'. When it was first announced that Maelstrom would be converting to Frozen Ever After, there was major fear in our Disney family, concerns about whether or not Epcot and World Showcase would remain that historical walk around the world that we know and love, and instead we were worried that it would turn just into a lot of different rides all around the lagoon. Even though we are seeing the construction of several rides at Epcot and World Showcase, and there are many more rumored to be coming, I personally feel that they haven't taken away from the cultural immersion that we know and love at World Showcase. However, those initial fears are definitely founded, as there is a very fine line, in my opinion, that Disney has to walk on to stay within that cultural immersion and making it fun for the whole family. It is so difficult to make a land that is perfect for everyone. You're always going to have those who want more rides, always going to have those who want more shows and cultural immersion, and so far they're doing a great job. I just really do hope they stay aware of that line between the two. The update to Epcot and World Showcase is a project that is ongoing, so I'm sure we'll learn more and more as the years go by. Another major update in recent years that really feels like forever ago to me was the update to the Magic Kingdom Plaza area. Do you remember what the Magic Kingdom looked like before that major construction in 2015? It's definitely fading from my memory. But one thing I do remember clearly is the fear that many in the Disney community had when they saw all of the construction happening right there in the plaza, wondering what's going on, what's next. In the end, after a ton of construction, I personally think that this new layout works extremely well. A lot more guests can see the fireworks, it makes for a lot more open space and great photos with those statues and the fountains. There is only one change that I wish Disney would make, and that is cutting down those very tall trees that are in that plaza area and replacing them with shorter trees. The reason for this is because those taller trees have a tendency of blocking the view of those who really want a good shot of Cinderella Castle, who are standing behind the trees. You can't really see. So that's just one update that I would make, but overall, I really do like this update. Time to admit it, who remembers that giant waterfall in the lobby of the Polynesian Village Resort? I definitely remember it clearly. The sounds, the smells, the sight of the waterfall falling down, it was so nice, and when I heard it was going away, I was super sad. After we saw the finished lobby after a ton of construction, I looked at it and I said, oh, this is nice, but I feel like we're missing just something. I don't know, like a waterfall somewhere else. in the lobby somewhere else, like a smaller one. Yes, I do like the fact that it's not as loud in the lobby. It's nice and quiet now without that really loud waterfall. But I do miss it a lot. Now here's a real throwback. Who remembers going to the Magic Kingdom bright and early in the morning, and as soon as the rope dropped, rushing off to your favorite attraction and putting your park ticket into a machine that would give you one of these pieces of paper, a paper fast pass that you would exchange to ride the ride faster than everyone else. The fast pass system really has changed quite a bit, and when it first was announced, I had a lot of trouble getting used to the system. Over time, I have gotten used to it, but for many, it's still a little bit burdensome to have to book your fast passes 60 days in advance and know exactly what you're going to want to do on each day. It definitely is a little bit different, but I do think it's a lot more efficient than having to rush off and get these pieces of paper. Along with the change to the fast pass system, there's another change to the Magic Kingdom that has been especially difficult for me, and it is still difficult for me even today, and that's the change to the Magic Kingdom welcome show. Somehow, starting your day right in front of the Main Street train station, waving at the characters, saying hi to Mickey, seeing the confetti go off every morning was just such a magical way to start the day. I miss it so much, and it was a big part of my day at the Magic Kingdom. The new show is fine. It is fine, but it is not the same, and something that's taken me even this long to get used to, and I'm still kind of getting used to it. There are countless other recent changes to the parks as well, including the closing of the backlot tour and many other places and a lot of different changes, but there have also been a lot of changes to the resorts that have gathered a little bit of a mixed reception. One example is the changes to the Pop Century rooms. I personally really do like the look of the new rooms, but it took me a trip or two to get used to it. I like the fact that you have that folding out bed, which is really convenient, and the new look and the new style and the plugs everywhere, super helpful. However, there are some guests in our Disney family who feel like they took away a little bit of the magic with the update to these rooms, and to them it feels almost sterile, almost like a hospital compared to a Disney resort room. This goes to show how difficult Disney's job is. They have to make a spot that's great for everyone, that a lot of people are going to like. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. They just have to try their best. Now, even though I've gotten accustomed to these new rooms and learned to like them a lot, there is one thing in these updated rooms at Pop Century and several other resorts at Walt Disney World that I am not going to get used to, and I really hope that Disney changes, and that's the pump soap dispensers in the showers of the rooms. Now, from what I know, the reason why Disney has exchanged those small pump bottles for the ones that are now mounted in the showers of several rooms is to protect the environment, and I am all for that. I want to protect the environment. I do everything I can to protect it in any way that I can, like recycling and being sure I don't litter and recycling my phones too. But Disney, come on, please bring back these little soap bottles in some other way to protect the environment, but we don't want those gross pump bottles in our showers anymore. Honestly, we don't. Now, I understand this plastic is not very eco-friendly, but knowing Disney, they are so smart. They can change something like this, which is plastic on the outside, which will take forever to biodegrade, and instead use a paper, something eco-friendly, or maybe a thin cardboard. Guess what? They've already done that in the past. These are some soaps from way back, I think maybe even in the 90s. These are very old. And so these super biodegradable, this is very thin paper, super thin cardboard, can easily be eco-friendly. Disney, please. Those soap bottles mounted on the showers, in my opinion, totally unsanitary. Please go back to individual soaps. It would be really appreciated. Disney, you have found ways to solve problems that many other companies would say that's impossible to fix. Whether it's a special ride issue, or the magic band, a drainage issue at one of your parks, you have found amazing solutions to problems. I put it to you now, and I bet you can do it. You can find a material that is eco-friendly, that can store different liquids like shampoo or conditioner or whatever it is, for us to have sanitary containers. You can do it. I know you can. I have faith in you. You can tell I'm not a fan of this, and I really hope Disney does take that challenge to heart and changes this one day in the future. Now, you might be thinking, Michael, the soap issue, it's not a big issue, just bring your own, and yes, I understand that, but to me, this is just part of the magic that I really wish Disney would change back. But you can see it's a difficult change for us to have to accept, so maybe I'll have to accept it over time, but I sure hope that Disney changes this. To me, these are some of the most difficult changes at Walt Disney World in recent years, but change at Disney is inevitable. Walt Walt himself said, "We keep looking forward," so that's what we're gonna do. So what do you think? What are some of the most difficult changes that you think Disney has made in recent years? Do you hope that they change the soap issue back, or what is the biggest change that you hope they either change back or change their decision? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much for being a part of the magic with me. Until next time, have a magical day.